Hello and welcome to episode 2 of The Wizard, the Lord of Stench. In the previous episode, Aribhin Foundling, Wizard Academy dropout and son of a god, traveled from Starspire to Lolithir, the Undercity, as he investigated clues pertaining to a mysterious drow conspiracy targeting the Sunwalker Enterprise. Upon arriving, he learned of a possible connection with Lemo Tork, a local hobgoblin scholar who disappeared a few weeks back. He made his way across the city and found Lemo's house under watch by city guards. He sneaked up onto the roof and quickly killed a tiny feral creature trapped behind an upstairs window. And that's where we pick up. Quick note, I failed to describe last time the city's lighting. There are essentially almost like street lamps spread throughout, and there's some towers as well with some like blue-white kind of lights. Not so bright that you would have a hard time sleeping necessarily should you be inside. But generally there are these kind of spread kind of arcane white blue lights throughout the city. If that makes sense. But back to the task at hand. Sorry, did you have a question? Oh,
I do have a question.
Okay.
Is there like a greater light source at all? Like a moon or stars or...
No. The ceiling of the city is cavern. So
okay.
The ceiling kind of disappears. Like only bits you can see bits and pieces of rock up above the city, but a lot of the time it does just disappear into darkness. So there's just kind of a blackness to the sky. But yeah, there are these kind of white blue globes of light that kind of spill out and kind of illuminate the city.
Okay, great.
Which allows you to walk around.
Yeah.
As the window kind of breaks a little bit and the creature falls down, the glow of the eye fades and kind of thumps down onto the ground. I did roll for the guards.
Okay.
They did not seem to notice.
Okay,
So
great.
as you kind of pause for a second and listen, you're like, oh.
Yeah.
You don't hear anything. You just hear the guards out front just kind of occasionally muttering to one another about some mundane life business they have going on at home.
Mm-hmm.
But as far as getting into this room, the window's cracked. You're not sure if when you lift up the window, if the glass is all going to fall out.
Yeah, right.
So what would you like to do, Aribhin?
Yeah, let me see if it's locked first.
Okay. So as you kind of go down and start to lift, it actually does not appear locked. So you do kind of manage to slide it up a little bit, but you do feel that if you aren't careful, shards of these of the glass here is going to fall out. I'll have you attempt a thievery check to try to avoid that.
Let me look back at my thievery. Okay, it's pretty good.
Okay.
So I'll attempt that first.
Okay.
Yeah. Oh, hell yeah. Okay, 29.
29. Wow. Very nice.
Yeah.
So you kind of gently just kind of like slide it nicely up.
Yeah.
And not even a little bit wiggles.
All right. Got like a satisfied little smile, and I'm gonna gently tiptoe and over the threshold.
You are pretty long, so it does take you kind of leaning down and kind of stretching in a little bit. But thankfully, due to your dark vision, the office, it's a pretty vast office space. As you kind of look around you here, it is completely dark in here. There's a little bit of light that spills in from the window, just from the light that I mentioned outside.
Mm-hmm.
But with your dark vision, you kind of just see a vast office space. It's hard to tell at the moment if it's used a lot or if it's just in complete disarray due to this creature having almost trashed the room.
Mm-hmm.
A little bit. There are books and tomes and scrolls and quills, and you see a spilled inkwell on the table that has spilled over and kind of spilled black all over this notebook that's on the far side of the table. Yeah, that's really what you see before you at the moment. There's some broken glass as well, just from vases of kind of strange flowers, seemingly dark lands flowers of some kind. So it's just a mess of glass and torn paper. And
cool. I want to check out this creature.
Okay. So as you bend down, make an Arcana check, please.
24.
24. Okay. You recognize as you kind of lean down and pick it up, it feels kind of it's kind of rough to the touch, just a little bit. Kind of a strange texture to it, actually. It's a little heavy, but you lift it up and see there are 4 wings jutting out of this thing's back. It's got kind of a blockish head, nubby arms and legs, And again, like I mentioned, where the glowing red eye was is just faded into the same color as the rest of it, which is kind of like gray brown. This, you have possibly encountered a couple of these before back at Dragonmount Academy. But if you did, it was very momentary and possibly serving some of the professors there. This is an homunculus.
Homunculus. Oh, wow.
Which is a construct, essentially. Now, these are usually made, unless Lemo Tork is possibly some sort of arcane magic wielder. He probably did not make this creature. Usually you have to have some sort of magic knowledge in order to create a construct like this. But as you kind of figure, due to your easy killing of this thing, it's not known for its combat prowess. It's mostly used as an assistant, some kind of a little assistant in your office or just whatever. However, I will say with that role, you remember something about homunculuses, and usually they are tied to some degree with their master, their whatever they serve. And whenever that master dies, homunculuses are known to become mindless, to essentially become a little feral, and attacking anyone who comes nearby and just kind of destroying whatever's around them. So as you stop to consider this, it appears like if its master was Lemo Tork, then he is indeed dead.
Yeah. Poor Lemo. All right, great. Good to know. Well, I am going to start looking through his stuff now.
Okay. All right. How long are you planning on spending and looking around here? Like, you're trying to make it real fast, or are you okay taking a little time?
I'm okay taking a little time. I basically just want to get like an idea of who he is, like what he was a scholar of, and like what his who his latest associates might have been. Maybe, I guess that's probably more specific, but I'm okay with taking some time.
Okay. Make a. Do you want to put a little bit of light in here? I might give you just a little bit of a circumstance bonus just because I know you have dark vision, but just making it even easier to kind of get a look around if you want to put some light in here or something.
Yeah, I'll do that.
Okay, cool. So make a perception check, please, and I'll give you really what I'll do is just make it a normal roll and not give you any sort of penalty, actually.
18.
18? It's a little difficult to get a strong sense of his library here because everything's in such disarray and it's so messy, and there's, again, papers torn out of books and everything. But as you look around with an 18, I will say that what his collection of books seems to be, there are some narrative books here just for pleasure. But you see lots of books and tomes on history, both ancient and recent, specifically of the kingdom of Halasar, where you're currently located, as well as the continent of Ibaria to the north, which is where you're from, of course. He doesn't seem super interested in the Darklands at large, but essentially just interested in history in this kind of general region of the world. With an 18, I'm not going to give you super specific information here, but you do notice that some of his books appear to be missing. Not a ton, maybe just a handful.
Okay.
You do notice on his desk, partially covered in ink, is a journal.
Ooh. I'm going to peruse through that.
Okay. As you open it, part of it is again ruined, mostly in the corner, where luckily there's a ton of writing over in this corner that's been spilled with ink. It's in sackcloth. You do notice as you flip through recent pages in the journal, you can see that he did have a meeting coming up with Underlord Mayaz Lorezi, is the Underlord's name. You notice a little bit of hints of some kind of meeting concerning representatives of the Wild Faith. He's reminding himself to refresh on the Wild Faith and its history, because the Underlord is seeking to meet with the Wild Faith in an attempt to have the Wild Faith communicate to King Halas to pull out his Underseer.
Okay.
Because the Wild Faith is essentially one of the two main faiths influencing King Halas. You flip back and you see that this journal is one of many. It's just the most recent journal that he has filled up. But it does stop. The last entry date is several weeks ago. Mm-hmm. And there is no mention of going to the Late Light Inn. And there's no signs of sabotage either. There's no pages torn out of the journal. Mm-hmm. There is just, it just stops.
So the like books strewn all over the place, can I infer that like things have been like strewn about in search of these books?
You heard a thump when you were downstairs at the back door. As you went up here, nothing was up here other than this homunculus. You have heard that mindless homunculuses can go into a mindless frenzy after their master dies and just destroy everything around them.
Okay.
So you're unsure if something else could have come in here and gotten away without killing this or engaging with this homunculus.
Yeah. Okay.
You're not totally sure if possibly they put it to sleep or something like that if someone came in here, but there is an equal chance that possibly, as Lemo Tork went missing, these books that were possibly on him and have vanished with him. Mm-hmm.
Well, I am very curious about this overseer and the connection with the underseer, and it feels like it could all. I should probably focus on the necromancer, since Pixo is so insistent. Okay, I think I will go now. Can I just take his notebook?
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
I shall do that then.
The journal?
Yeah.
So you slide that into your spacious pouch. Mm-hmm. All right, so you sneak back out onto the window. You do see, as you get back out onto like the roof of like the porch, you see exiting out of the house next to you, you see an kind of middle-aged umbral gnome couple, both with kind of like big hair. One is big curly white hair. The others is just kind of like a big bowl on his head. It really is not a very flattering haircut. But this umbral gnome couple just kind of exits out with mugs of tea, and they just kind of sit down in these chairs on the back on their porch and just kind of sit there and start chatting about their days.
Oh,
and
okay.
You're just kind of like, and they sip their tea for a while. They go, "Ooh, that's really hot." It's like, just wait for it to cool down. And you're like, "Oh no."
Fuck. Okay. I'm going to send them a message. Okay. Are they like 120 feet away?
Yeah, they're within 120 feet.
Okay, I'm gonna send a message.
Okay.
Okay, I'm gonna basically be like, don't freak out.
Which one do you send the message? There's the kind of big curly haired woman, and then the guy with a really bad kind of like bowl cut.
Okay. Whichever one is like looking my direction, maybe.
Okay, we'll say it's the female.
Okay. So yeah, I just say like, don't freak out. I'm on Lemo's roof.
I see her turn and make eye contact with you.
He's gone missing, and I'm trying to help find him.
Make a diplomacy check.
Also, I can pay you if you want.
Okay, make a diplomacy check here.
14.
14?
Yeah. Kill me. Yeah.
She goes, Carol, there's a man up there. And you see he kind of like,
I'm going to start clambering down.
And he looks over and he goes, hey. And she's like, she doesn't know whether she should stop him or not. And he goes, like, what are you doing over there? And this is loud enough to where the guards up at the front can probably hear. And you don't hear anything from them yet.
Okay, I'm like, I'll pay you.
Make another one with a -2 penalty, please.
All right. 18.
18?
Yeah.
He kind of like cocks a brow, and like he glances over, kind of like gets up from the porch, glances over, and sees there does seem to be a guard coming down. And he looks back to the yard and goes, "Get out of my yard, kid. Get out of my yard, kid." And you see he's looking in the other direction, pretending like the person that he was calling out to was in the opposite direction. And the guard goes, "Is everything all right over here?" And you see this is just like a little halfling man. It's like, "Is everything all right over here?" And the umbral gnome looks over and goes, "Oh yeah, the rascal went away." And the guard's like, all right. It's back up front. And then the umbral gnome looks over to you, holds out a hand.
Okay. All right, can I sneak over there? Like,
yeah.
Okay, cool. Can I give them each a silver?
So he looks at it, looks back at you.
I found another silver in there.
Make a diplomacy check with a -5 penalty.
-5?
Yeah.
Well, can I see that they're not happy about it? Can I just, like, give them a gold?
Okay, yeah. This happens, he goes, "You didn't do nothing to Lemo, did you?"
No.
All right. Get out of here then.
Oh, okay. Well, did you like Lemo?
You're like talking over the fence at this point and making sure that
No.
You climb over into his yard.
How else am I going to get him the gold?
You could hand him it over the fence if you want.
Well, yeah, I could probably just, like...
Yeah, it's true. Yeah,
look down at him.
What? Was I friends with Lemo?
Yeah.
I mean, we were neighbors. Like, we'd have him over for food sometimes. And
well, did you happen to see who he left with recently?
No. I heard Pixa saying something about it. Something about some lady or some person with long hair.
All right. Okay. Well, thanks for not ratting me out. And then I'm gonna, I guess, should I not just go back the way I came, which would be through their yard?
Through their yard, yeah.
All right, I'm gonna say like thanks, and then I like start climbing over there.
He throws up his hands, and he like
have to come this way.
He turns to his wife, and she's like, he whispered in my head and said that he was investigating Lemo or something, and he goes like, well, let's go get some dinner. So they kind of ignore you as you just pass through their yard and go back into Pixa's, which is the one, next to theirs.
Okay. I like glance at whatever kind of tea they're having. Yeah, and then I go over the fence again through, and then I'll have to go through Pixa's house again.
Okay. She, as you kind of enter through her front door, you hear a, ah!
It's just me!
She goes up, she's like, you again, get out of here. Why are you still here?
I have to come this way. Just don't worry about it, Pixa. Do you get out much? Did I already ask you this?
I can't remember. You think I can remember what you said to me 20 minutes ago? No, it's actually been probably more like an hour with all the investigating you've been doing.
All right, well, I'm on my way to talk to the necromancer, I guess.
Oh, well, be careful.
All right.
Yeah, she puts the hand on your arm. It's like, really, be careful now. If there's a chance that if you go talk to him, you won't be leaving.
Oh. All right. Thanks.
But at the very least, I will have won. What was you silver?
I have already given you.
You owe me 5 gold.
No, Pixa, no.
You start leaving at this point.
Yes.
Okay. As you're like starting to walk out, you do see that there is an amulet around her neck. And you see a symbol of just a die.
Oh.
Make a quick religion check for me.
Okay.
Because she's very insistent on this bet.
Natural 1.
That one. You aren't sure what this is, but it does look like some sort of religious symbol around her neck.
Yeah. What's that for?
You just stop and point
at
the amulet on her neck. She's like, this?
Yes.
It's an amulet.
I know what an amulet is, Pixa. What is the symbol?
Oh, the gray polychrome, Nivi Rombodazzle. That's who I worship. I'm not a gnome, but I like what she stands for.
And what does she stand for?
Oh, gambling,
ooh,
gyms, betting, that sort of thing.
I see. Well, thanks again, Pixa. Wish me luck.
Good luck.
All right, and I leave.
Right. So you're gonna go off wandering for the location she mentioned. The person she mentioned is Andre Radow of Radow Laboratories, and she mentioned when you asked where this necromancer lived, she said Radow Mansion, of course.
Radow Mansion.
So you know what it's called, where this person lives, this necromancer lives. If you like to try to just gather some information in terms of getting there, I'll let you do that.
Yeah, I'll do that.
Make a diplomacy check.
I rolled a 1 again.
Again.
Again!
All right, so you wander around most of the day. There's something about the people that you talk to that are wary of speaking to an abover, especially, I'll say this too, as you ask them for the location of Radow Mansion, people will look at you strangely. Like, why would you be looking for Radow Mansion? There is, though you are not successful in finding it at the moment, you do learn. People know what you're talking about. Every person that you're talking to throughout the city has heard of Radow Mansion, and they look at you with fear and scurry along. They are like, oh, I don't know, and just leave.
Yeah,
and just walk away. There is a frightening reputation.
Okay.
To Radow Mansion.
Fuck. Well, Radow Laboratories was near the late light.
Right. So you can head back to at this point with, I'll say with a 1, which, drops your degree of success instantly.
To critical failure.
You spend the rest of the evening asking around.
Mm-hmm.
It's getting to the point where you're pretty tired. And strangely enough, you do hear at a certain point as you're walking around, getting frustrated that people aren't giving you straight answers here, you hear around the city bells begin to toll. Much more, it's not like the bells that tolled when the Hrengar caravan came here. Those were kind of off in one particular area.
Mm-hmm.
These are bells throughout the whole city. And you see people kind of in the streets around you begin to look around, kind of groaning as these bells happen. And the streets, they don't exactly begin to clear, but people begin to look around and start be like, well, time to head home, you hear one say. And you did hear that with the overseer here, he has enacted a sort of day-night cycle here in Lolithir, and it seems as though these are the bells of dusk. Make a society check.
Okay. 18.
What you did read about Lolithir too before you headed here was that traditionally, the city kind of operates at an asynchronous level. Mm-hmm. People wake up when they wake up, and business happens when it happens. And there's kind of just a loose vibe, a loose attitude towards business. But now there is a more, under the overseer, there has been a more stringent. You must work during the hours of the day, mm-hmm. and you do not at after dusk.
Yeah.
Which has completely disrupted their culture.
Yeah. I feel like I'm annoyed too, because that would have been a cool culture to experience.
Oh yeah.
So it's I'm just pretty grumpy now. And then I'm also spiraling because I feel like I got a pretty clear signal, pretty clear sign from Pixa to investigate the necromancer, but then I'm doing so poorly at trying to find where he lives, and I'm oh my god, am I actually supposed to be researching this guy, or
so you're getting
not?
so Aribhin is currently worried about getting conflicting signs.
Yes. Yeah.
You got a strong sign from Pixa.
Yeah.
And has utterly failed to locate this mansion so far.
Yeah. So he's spiraling a little bit, so he kind of throws open the door of the late light, and he marches to the bar and orders a drink. Okay.
You see Hirak is behind the bar, and he's you see his attitude as you enter this time is completely opposite as was what it was last night when you first came in, or earlier today rather, mm-hmm. that you came in. And he has a big grin on his face when you come in. He goes, welcome home. He's what can I get for you?
Give me something stiff.
You got it. And he goes and pours you just a strong drink of some kind.
All right. Okay, great. I drink it.
Okay. It's very earthy, in a kind of slightly sour way too. But you just knock it back. It doesn't taste like any liquor you've probably tasted before. And you ask Hirak about it, and he tells you this is some like fermented mushroom liquor.
Oh, all right. I feel like the oddness of that like kind of perks me up a little bit. And I'll vent a little bit to him too about all this, and
you see something he finds your anger about it pretty amusing. And he starts to bitch and moan about things that he finds annoying as well.
Cool.
About like not just like the overseer, but just about random family stuff. He talks about how when he and his wife stayed with his family when the people had been like staying at the inn and renting the whole thing out, his brother was driving him crazy. He just completely joins in with your moaning and complaining.
Yeah. He said his brother was driving him crazy. I'm like, I sympathize with him. I'm like, I fucking get that. So anyways, like, are you too squeamish to tell me about this necromancer?
He does kind of shrink away from it a little bit, but his attitude is so positive towards you that it's not that he doesn't want to tell you about it. It's that it's a kind of a dark subject matter almost.
Yeah.
And he goes, yeah, I mean, what do you want to know? I mean, just where the mansion is?
Well, that, but I guess just in general, like, I mean, you know, necromancer implies heavier subject matter, but I would like to know more specifics about this situation.
There are some people here now, they're a little too young to remember, but I think the whole business started around, I don't know, 20, 25 years ago. His name's Andre Radow. His grandfather founded the company Radow Laboratories, but he's an abover. I mean, it's an abover family at the very least. But I think Andre was born here. I think his grandfather came from some other continent, as far as I know, somewhere far away. Something.
Zanmir?
Yeah, I think that's it. So his grandfather came here, started the business, hired a bunch of delvers to work for him, that sort of thing. And anyhow, I don't quite know what led to what, but there's always talk that Andre wasn't following in his father's footsteps like his dad wanted or something like that. But anyway, some of the Marble Guard found him with a dead body that he had killed, I think, and brought him in to the Underlord. And I think they were going to kill him, but I think maybe his father got them to spare him or something. And anyhow, Dad's dead now, and Andre runs the business, but I don't think he ever leaves his mansion.
All right. Uh-oh.
And there's the reason people call him a necromancer, as far as I know, is that they discovered that it wasn't the only body he'd killed, and he had been doing stuff with them.
I feel like some potential pieces start connecting. Missing dead guy, necromancer. I'm like, and then like I kind of think about too, like the flesh warp. I was like,
Back in Crossroad,
the flesh warp back in Crossroad, with another missing dead guy. So kind of hoping it's not like that kind of situation. Oh, they've been calling people like abovers, right?
Yes.
All right. Well, thank you for the information. What else do you have that an abover might not have above here to drink.
Oh, okay. And he goes ahead and just like starts to give you just like basically a flight of all kind of Darklands liquors and ales and wines and such. And it's certainly interesting.
Okay.
None of it I would say is particularly like, you have to imagine that people that are exposed to this is their normal drink. You could see enjoying it if you had it your whole life, but it's hard to enjoy them just coming in for the first time.
I'm just enjoying experiencing them.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, great. So I'll probably get fairly tipsy. Yeah, I'll probably just retire to my own room tonight. I'll probably just write out a bunch of these thoughts that I'm having, and yeah.
As you kind of finish off one of your drinks, you're kind of reflecting on Crossroad and a phrase that Shinowis, your adoptive mother, would say throughout your childhood comes back to you. And it's just, when you're feeling angry, there's nothing better than a good night's sleep.
I feel like I remember that, but I'm also kind of annoyed because I'm like, it's not as simple as that. But I'm like, aw, thanks, Mom. So then I'll go to bed.
All right.
And like, I think about sending her like a dream message, but I'm also a little, actually, you know what? I would just do it. So I go back up to my room, pull out my like spell book, put it on the table, and I'm gonna like very excitedly like start casting this new spell I've never cast before. And then it's probably, so it's with my wand, and then I'm like, drawing all these little arcane symbols and saying the words and saying the things and probably slurring them a little bit, and like lots of like flashes of purple and silver. And then so I cast Dream Message to my adoptive mother, Shenowis.
What do you say?
I say, "Hi, Mom. I can cast this new spell now. It's so cool and awesome. I'm in the Darklands. I'm in Lolithir. I'm at this tavern. It's kind of boring, but I've bribed the barkeep a lot, so he's really nice to me now. So there's like a lot of what are these things called? Factories. So yeah, kind of a boring tavern. But anyways, I'll be getting up to some shenanigans, and I'll avoid the specifics because you're going to be too worried. But yeah, wish me luck. Hi, goodbye."
The casting stops. And do you know if it hits do you know when it reaches them or no?
Yeah. If it's asleep, they get it instantly. If not, they receive it the next time they sleep.
Right now, I'm actually considering the time zones because she's actually a couple hours ahead. So it does hit.
Yeah.
It does hit in like pretty much immediately. Thinking about time zones.
Time zones in Pathfinder.
In Pathfinder. All right. So you rest. You get your spells back.
Yes.
The next morning, I will say, while you were having some drinks with Hirok, and he seems to be joining in with you as well. He was having a few drinks himself. He did tell you that the Radow Mansion is, and by the way, you did have to cross back over the bridge from the pan to get back over here and everything. That the Radow Mansion is actually, it backs up to the same cavern wall as the Undercastle, but it's much farther, it's much deeper into the flat, which is this main part of the city. And gives you general loose directions in heading over there.
Oh, okay, great. If I may, a moment to prepare spells.
Yeah.
Probably won't change that much. All right, ready.
You did hear, about the time you woke up, you did hear the bells throughout the city, the dawn bells. So you do see the city's a bit more active as you head back out into it. There's no bridge crossing today. You're not having to cross the dark. You're just having to wander off across the city. So, generally, just after a little while, it might take you just a little bit to locate exactly what he's talking about. But it's as simple as you walk over towards where the Undercastle is, see what wall it's up against, and just kind of follow in that direction.
Yeah.
Eventually, you kind of make a quick, I'll say a quick, easy diplomacy check just to get the final little steps here of guidance.
24.
24. Yeah. So much more people are out today, and you're close enough now to where people are like, "Oh, it's over there." It's not having to like sit down and think about where this dark necromancer lives in the city. So yeah, you get directed towards it. The first thing that you notice is a stench of decay.
Oh, great.
Radiating a bit down the street, and you aren't sure what it is at first. At first, you're just like, "Oh God, what is that?" Mm-hmm. Just down the street, you can see, built from limestone bricks, a mansion separated from the street by like a high stone wall. Passable, you can see the only passage through this stone wall is a metal gate. It's closed. As you begin to approach, I'm rolling for you right now. You do see that there are two separate pairs of guards posted opposite the gate. Mm-hmm. Two of them are marble guards. Two of them are the gold-wearing soldiers of the overseer. Mm-hmm. But they're off. They're not together. They're off to the side, and you can see them kind of giving each other dirty looks from time to time as these two kind of couplets of guards seem to both be monitoring Radau Mansion at the moment.
Okay. Monitoring. Okay. So they're not like doing the guarding for the mansion.
No.
Okay.
No, they are just sort of watching, and not even in a they're not even hiding. Mm-hmm. They're just kind of one of the marble guards are actually sitting on the porch of what looks to be like a general store across the street from the manor. Mm-hmm. And the two soldiers of the overseer are just standing on a street corner, just kind of like leaning up against a wall, watching it. And you're far enough away to where they don't see you approaching, but they're probably going to see you approach the gate should you choose to approach it. And also I made a perception roll for you.
Okay.
Also, as you do see, there is looks to be like a rope with a bell beside the gate to essentially pull on and signal that someone is here.
Okay. Can I like go to the general store?
Yeah.
I'll go in there and I'll peruse around a little bit.
It's not the most. It's a pretty small general store. It seems to be lacking a bit of traffic simply due to it. You see the marble guards that you pass on the way in both have like essentially cloth stuffed up their nose from this. There is again like the death smell radiating from the mansion, and it seems like this business is suffering due to the smell because there's really like no one in here.
Yeah. So yeah, I peruse in there and then I buy something and then I come out and I'm basically showing I'm just like a regular person. Mm-hmm. But then I'll talk to some of the guards out front.
Okay. One of them does appear to be similar to the description actually as the Underlord, some sort of part drow Ayuvaran, some sort of elf descendant of some kind with some drow blood. The other is just a goblin. Mm-hmm.
What is this smell?
The goblin kind of looks up to you and goes, "Hell if I know. I got no idea, but it smells awful. We've been posted out here for weeks now."
I mean, it smells like death, literally.
Yeah, I mean, that's what they say about the Radau Mansion is that it just smells like this.
Isn't there like some sort of thing you can do when a house starts smelling like death? Like, what if he's just dead in there?
I don't think he's dead. I mean, he's still operating the business for laboratories as far as we know, right? And the kind of half drow kind of looks up to you, kind of nasal passage plugged up by cloth. It is just like, I mean, yeah, as far as I know, he's still running the business.
Has anyone knocked on his door?
The goblin's like, I mean, no. No, but it smelled like this for years, as far as we know.
This guy has a history of having killed people and done things with the body, right?
I mean, yeah.
But, But why, when this man who has this history, his house starts smelling like death for years, why does nobody do anything about it?
I mean, maybe he just likes the smell of death. I don't really know. I'm just a guard. I mean, the Underlord seems fine with it. And I mean, Rydell Laboratories is one of the most profitable businesses in the city. I mean, we're not going to go up there and complain about his mansion smelling weird.
The mansion smelling weird is the byproduct, but why are you posted out here?
Look, I respect my elders, all right? No one will say that I don't respect my elders. But some goblin lady over by Lemo Tork's house says that there's necromancer has something to do with Lemo Tork's disappearance. Do you even know who that is?
Lemo Tork, yes, and you got this information from Pixa, right?
Yeah, you've talked to Pixa?
Yes, I've talked to Pixa.
He's like, yeah, it's her fault that we're posted over here. I don't think this necromancer had anything to do with it. Look, Lemo Tork's a drunk, right? And he looks up again to the half drow, and the drow's like, right.
Mm-hmm.
And he goes, so anything could happen. We don't know he's dead. I mean, anytime anything goes wrong in this town, some old lady's going to blame the necromancer just because what happened 20 whatever years ago. I wasn't even born yet. You see, this is a pretty young looking goblin. He's got very green skin, beady red eyes. Ears aren't as big as Pixa's. I mean, he's got like a little bit of like kind of some stringy black hair on top of his head. And he goes, so anytime something bad happens, or anytime something bad is suspected to have happened, some old lady here in the Undercity is going to say, oh, it was the necromancer.
These are the Underland guards, right?
Yeah, these are the marble guards.
Marble guards.
He goes, we did ring the bell a few weeks ago when we were sent over here just to check in. He came out, I mean, seemed normal. As far as I know, correct me if I'm wrong, and he looks up to the half drow again. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I mean, he was basically on parole for years with the Underlord and with the Marble Guard, and I mean, there's no real. He seems fine these days.
Right.
People only ever. I mean, he never leaves. People only ever come here on occasion to discuss business things with the laboratories.
I'm still just hung up on the smell. Because typically, you know where I'm from, when something starts smelling like this, someone comes along and checks specifically on the smell.
The half drow looks over to you and goes, but you're an above her, right?
Yes.
And the goblin kind of looks up and just kind of shrugs.
Basically, it feels like someone's dead in there.
I mean, the goblin's like, I mean, his parents died at some point. I mean, yes, people have died in there, I'm sure.
No, currently.
And then the half drow looks over and goes, there are lots of weird smells down here in the Darklands.
But you're not used to this one. Okay, well, thanks. What is it exactly that they, like, sell, his company? What do they do?
The goblin's like, they're one of the delving businesses. I mean, they get all kinds of stuff from down there, like alchemical supplies, that sort of thing.
And have we seen Andre lately?
No, I mean, like I said, he doesn't really leave.
And who's the latest person that's gone in there?
No one's visited ever since we've been watching. I mean, it's kind of known here in the city that people like to stay away from Andre Rydell.
But they said that they've, like, knocked on the door. So you've talked to someone in there recently?
Well, we rang the bell and he came out to the gate and we talked to him for a minute.
Oh.
I think he knew who Lemo Tork was, maybe, but didn't seem like he had any clue what we were talking about in terms of him going missing. And we don't even know that he's missing, okay? He could just be off traveling. This happens from time to time as far as I know, right? And he looks up at the half-drow again, and he goes, yeah, I mean, we were told that sometimes he just goes on trips, you know?
No, what if I had evidence that he was dead?
The goblin and the half-drow kind of look to each other. The goblin goes, do you?
It would take some explaining and a bit of faith, I guess, but yes, sort of.
We might need you to come with us then.
All right.
Okay. They kind of looked at each other. Do we need to handcuff him? And the half-drow was like, why would we need to do that? The goblin's like, I don't know. Okay. All right. Come with us.
Okay.
So this goblin guard and the half-drow just unexpectedly leaving the area, begin to lead you through the streets. Basically, all the way down, like basically back the way that you were coming down the street towards the undercastle. They are leading you straight toward the wall of the undercastle.
Yeah, I feel like as I basically right after I tell them this thing, I'm like, shit, I got that evidence while breaking and entering. But then I'm also like, it's fine. We'll see how this goes. Whatever.
Right. So they lead you around like this side. The castle itself is kind of dark in construction. The wall is as well. But there are the kind of posts of the blue-white kind of arcane light that I talked about before, as well as you can see kind of firelight coming from within the castle itself, shining through some stained glass windows. But the wall around the undercastle is kind of a half circle.
Okay.
They lead you to the front gate, and you can see some archers up on top of the wall, just kind of lightly, just, keeping an eye out. When as you head to the gate, you see some guards posted outside. These looking a bit more hefty in appearance than this goblin and half-drow. The guards essentially go, what do you all want? And the goblin's like, this above fellow just told us that Lemo Tork is dead. And the guard, this one is a hobgoblin, big, broad-shouldered hobgoblin, essentially a more human-sized goblin, much more muscular than your average goblin. Kind of looks over to you and goes, you've seen this?
Yes, I'll need to talk to someone that's learned in the arcane to really explain it. Like they would get it.
All right. You pat him down, and he points to the goblin that led you here, and he turns and kind of motions for the gates to be open, and the gates kind of creak open. Mm-hmm. And you see a path leading in through this courtyard. You can see some guard barracks. You see, strangely, some mules and horses within the actual wall here, leading all the way up to these massive arched doors leading into the undercastle. You can see the front of the undercastle from where you are. This appears to be a matter of the Underlord's concern as the goblin comes and begins to pat you down. Is there anything in particular you're trying to conceal?
No. No, I've got my dagger on me, I've got my spellbook, my wand, and my mentalist staff.
Which of those are in your spacious pouch?
Oh, I was thinking I was probably going to leave the spacious pouch at home.
Okay.
But take like a couple healing potions because I didn't know what I was getting into today.
Well, he definitely takes your dagger.
Okay.
And then this goblin will be like, can I take this? And you see him holding the wand.
I can have it back, right?
I think so. I don't know. All I'm doing is patting you down. I don't know what's happening.
Oh, okay, sure.
Okay. So he takes your dagger, your wand, and he calls after the hobgoblin who's now walking towards the undercastle. He's like, should we wait here? And the hobgoblin turns back. He's like, no, come on. And so this goblin looks up to the half drow that has been accompanying you, and the goblin's like, "Have you been in the castle before?" And the other one's like, "Only once." And he's pulled the cloth out of his nose, and they begin walking you inside. As the double doors open, these pushed aside by even more guards, and you see inside. It's very dark. The only light on the inside of this massive great hall leading down further into the undercastle are lit candelabras and torches kind of lining its way, but it's mostly pretty dark. As you've entered into the wall here, most of the people that you've seen, if not entirely all of them, none of them are abovers. Not even abovers who were probably born here. These are all folk native to the city, likely like hobgoblins, goblins. You do see a few dromar, maybe even an actual full-blooded orc here and there, as well as a few half-drow. They lead you in, and the hobgoblin says, "All right, you three, go sit over there." And he just points you over towards just a little bench inside this great hall below, like a torch. I believe goblins have dark vision. So
I don't know.
So I think all three of you can see
Cute.
inside
We're
here.
best friends now.
And the hobgoblin's like, "Wait here, I'll be back."
I feel like I sit and I'm like in my head I'm like, oh god damn it, I've done it again. And I've got like all of my friends and family that like scold me for being foolish and like impulsive and reckless is like going through my head, but I'm also like I've got faith like that this is meant to happen and I'm going to be like safe, and it's all fine. Like I'm like, this is fine, but also I'm like, god damn it, why am I this way?
You see the half drow that is sitting. You're kind of sitting like sandwiched in between this goblin and this half drow on this stone bench here and there. And you see the benches and a lot of the actual kind of like decor throughout the castle. What little you can see, even though you do have dark vision, it does appear to be marble. So the marble guard. There seems to be some sort of like white marble motif somehow with the undercastle and the underlord and such. But you see the half drow. He turns to you and goes, "So, who are you?"
Well, my name is Aribhin.
He goes, "Did you know Lemo?"
No.
He goes, "All right, well, my name's Anasar."
Cool. Nice to meet you.
And the goblin turns and goes, "Jaco."
Jaco, nice to meet you.
The goblin just starts humming as you guys awkwardly sit here. Eventually, maybe about 15 minutes later, the hobgoblin approaches down the hall, announced first by his footsteps because he's off kind of in the dark. And he comes down and he goes, "All right, with me."
Are all three of us going?
And Jaco's like, "Me too?" And he's like, "Yes." And you see Jaco's like, okay. And you see him get up. And you three start to follow after this hobgoblin again, leading you further and further down. You pass more and more doorways, all of them closed. Occasionally there are little hallways leading away from this great hall here, but you're led all the way down the great hall to another set of large double doors. These marble.
Is it an aesthetic thing, the marble, or is there something else to it?
Jaco's like, well, the Underlord sits on the marble throne, so it's just, I don't know, it's just marble. I guess she really likes marble, but yeah. I think it's been, and he goes, "Correct me if I'm wrong," and he turns to the half-drow, he's like, "I think the marble throne's been here a long time, though," and the half-drow goes, "Yeah, I think you're right."
Has the marble aesthetic come along more lately, or has it always been this way?
The hobgoblin turns, he goes, "It's always been this way."
Huh. Interesting.
And the hobgoblin motions you forward as these even more elite-looking guards push open these massive, heavy marble doors, and suddenly spilling out from inside is some blue-white light positioned behind this marble throne. On the far side of the room, you see the marble throne itself on a raised dais, essentially. And sitting in it, you see the figure dressed in white, actually dressed pretty nicely. some sort of drow-blooded elf, partly drow-blooded elf. It not completely purple, sort of a very light, very, very, very light purple gray. As you see, make a perception check if you don't mind.
23.
She looks a little. Her eyes are faintly gray, or sorry, not gray, faintly red. Drow tend to have reddish eyes.
Mm-hmm.
Hers are just a little bit of red, almost like a red brown.
Mm-hmm.
She looks a little like busy. She looks a little distracted as you come in, and you see that she doesn't even realize that you've come in for a moment because she's kind of looking off to the side, thinking. And one of the guards kind of goes, "Underlord," and it kind of echoes across the hall. She turns and sees you and goes, "Well, out with it."
Are you familiar with homunculi?
I believe so.
All right. Well, I'm just gonna put it exactly as it was. I was basically breaking into Lemo Tork's house, and he's homunculus. When their master is dead, they kind of go into a feral state. Well, he was in that state, indicating that Lemo is dead.
You see the goblin and the half-drow that are accompanying you kind of like look to each other as you say that you broke into his house.
It was well-intentioned.
The Underlord looks
I suppose I could have just asked if I could help. I'm not from around here. I don't know how things work. I apologize for breaking into his house. I'll pay fine or something if you want.
What were you doing breaking into his house? Might I ask?
Well, some of the company he was keeping are a bit unsavory. There have been some crimes where I'm from. I heard he was associating with them and that he's gone missing. So I was doing my own version of investigating, I suppose. And that's why I was breaking into his house.
You see, it appears her interest has been piqued. On whose behalf were you investigating? Here in my city, without me knowing about it?
I'm not really supposed to say. I mean, it would be in the best interest of my benefactor to maybe not say it around so many people.
You may approach the throne.
Oh, God. All right. I do it.
Okay. The goblin, Jaco starts to go with you, and you see the half-jar reach out and hold him back as you start to approach, kind of walking along this like white kind of pathway leading straight up to the raised platform and the throne sitting there. She leans forward expectantly.
I'm just gonna like present her like the Sunwalker and Rises badge.
She looks at that. You see a glimmer of recognition in her eyes.
I'm glad, because if she didn't, it'd be like really embarrassing to also have to like explain what it is.
She says, "I see. Return." Motions with her head for you to return back to where you're standing.
Oh, okay. I do it.
You kind of like scurry away. Back down.
Yeah.
You get back down there and she goes, "Well, you have caught me at a bad time. You see, Lemo Tork went missing weeks ago before an important meeting was coming up with certain individuals who are now here in the Undercastle. Now, my mage and I have been treating with them for the past several days, desperately hoping that Lemo would turn up. But now you say he's dead. The homunculus that you mentioned does give a certain validity to your claims because it was my mage who crafted it for him. Before the marble throne, you have admitted to a crime. I will forgive it. Should you locate Lemo for me?
I will do my best.
You two. You'll do all you can to help this man. And she points to the 2 guards that have accompanied you here. And she goes, you mentioned unsavory company. Are they locals or are they not? Do you know?
I don't know.
What do you know of them?
Essentially, I know of an inn they stayed at, and I know their race, probably.
And what would that be?
A drow.
She considers for a moment. She goes, is there any more information on them that you've come across? How many were there? Drow are pure-blooded drow.
How many people did the barkeep say there were?
Yeah, there are lots of voices.
I know there's at least 4. It may have been more than that. I've got some pretty thin leads, hence why I was breaking and entering.
She considers.
But yes, the 4 that I know of were full-blooded.
At least 4 full-blooded drow, all working together. As you might have noticed, I don't know how long you've been here. You might have noticed, full-blooded drow are not a significant portion of our population. Now, you heard that someone heard them talking.
Yes.
What did they sound like?
I relay like what the barkeep said about one of them sounding local, right? And then most of them sounding kind of foreign.
Said that there was that one night when they came in, there was a bunch of voices. Most of them sounded foreign, but there was one that sounded local. I suspect that these might have been foreigners. You. And she talks to the 2 guards. Take, what's her name?
Aribhin.
Take Mr. Aribhin to the refuse heaps. Question the Otyugs. And you see the 2 guards turn to each other and they go, in the dark, my lord? And she says, is that not where the refuse heaps are located? And the goblin goes, yes, of course, my lord, of course. We will take Mr. Aribhin to the refuse heaps and question the Otyugs, as you said. And she goes, good. Should you find him, Mr. Aribhin? Well, 1, you will be forgiven, and 2, perhaps we can help you find the answers you're looking for.
Thank you very much.
And you see this, she motions with her hand, and the 2 guards that have opened the doors kind of motion you all to head back out into the hall.
Yeah, I immediately start like asking like, what the heap yards? What is this thing we're going to?
You see, these 2 guards that have accompanied you seem like the lowest level of city guards. They seem as confused as you, though they do have they seem to know what the refuse heaps are. Obviously,
Refuse heaps.
Anasar, the half drow, is like, the refuse heaps. This is as you guys are walking down the hall. Have you seen the edge of the flat where the bridges cross the dark into the pan and the hole?
Yes.
Well, just over the ledge of the flat are the refuse heaps. It's where we dump all our garbage. And Jaco goes, yeah, I mean, it's kind of the first place that we look when people are murdered. But it's kind of a rookie move, because the Marble Throne has a relationship with the Otyugs down there well, they know that if they don't answer our questions that the Underlord's gonna not be happy with them.
See.
Make an occultism check, please.
Okay. 30.
30. Not only do you know what an Otyug is, but you are immediately both horrified and intrigued to go and interact with them. Otyugs are aberrations. They are three-legged monstrosities that dwell within filth, sewage, garbage, and consume it. They have 3 legs and 2 tentacles that have sort of barbs at the end that they grab things with, and a 3rd tentacle that has eyes at the end. Some places are known to use them as means to get rid of their trash and garbage, but sometimes they'll also be in sewers and in the middle of cities that they're not supposed to be there and will cause trouble. Now, it seems like the Underlord, the city of Lolithir, knows of these Otyugs down there. They are known to be territorial. That's what you know.
Okay. I'm like sifting through the information in my head. And before like we exit, can I like oh wait. And then there's someone like escorting us out of here, right? Mm-hmm. Can I hand them the journal? And I say, oh, I forgot to give her Lemo Tork's journal. He's got a lot of notes on. It might be helpful for her treating right now. Don't know for sure, but
he takes it. He goes, I'll try to pass it along.
Thanks.
So you're guided back out, and Jaco's like, "You make up." Let me see. Okay, you hear them muttering behind you to each other, but you don't hear what they're saying. Okay. Jaco and Anasar.
What has all this been in? Just common or Tekroth or?
Well, she probably just spoke in common to you because you're an above her.
Oh, okay. Cool. Yeah, I exit. I'm like, whew.
Yeah.
Got off of that one.
You feel that as you leave, Jaco and Anasar are no longer as pleased to have run into you and met you as you leave out the gate of the Undercastle. And Jaco's like, Anasar, have you ever even gone down into the dark? Anasar's like, only once or twice. And they look at you and they go,
it'll be fine.
Can you see in the dark?
Yes.
All right. It was like, let's get some torches.
I'm like excited. I'm like, this is going to be so weird.
So they grab some torches and they lead you to a nearby ramp. Like it's like a naturally occurring kind of rough path that leads down. This is actually near one of the other bridges that leads across to the neighborhood, the Hole, on the far side of the dark here. And you see Jaco and Anasar are kind of amping themselves up a little bit. They're kind of getting their weapons ready and stuff, and they're like, have you ever been down into the dark?
No.
Anasar's like, Jaco, what are we doing? What are we doing? And Jaco's like, I'm not a delver. I don't know what I'm doing. He goes, he looks at you and he goes, and he makes sure to give you your dagger and wand back. And he goes, there are things down there. Do you know what you're doing? Can you cast spells with that thing?
Yes, I can.
And Jaco's like, so you'll look out for us then?
Yes. As long as, how do we communicate with these things?
I don't know. I've never talked to an Otyug before.
Oh, all right. Well, we'll see then, I guess.
All right, so they begin to lead you down this long... It takes a long time to go down this ramp. It keeps going and going and going as the torches that Jaco and Anasar have become the only source of light that you can see. You can look up and you can see the faintest bit of white-blue light spilling over the edge of this chasm here. But as you go down, you hear occasional shrieks and squeaks of creatures. You hear the occasional kind of like skittering of insect legs. and you begin to smell filth
E.
and trash and refuse.
Smells a little like Andre's house.
Anasar, you see, look back. He's restuffed the cloth back up in his nose. He's like tied back his kind of long dark hair, and yeah, he's got cloth hanging out of his nose, and he goes, "Are you sure about that?"
It's a loose connection.
And Jaco's like, "It doesn't smell too bad to me." So you keep going down, and eventually the downward ramp just kind of flattens out into space down here. And what is your dark vision range?
Oh, I want to say it's under 20 feet. I can go look real quick.
So your dark vision is in black and white only.
Okay.
And it kind of disappears off in the distance. And though you can see bits and pieces of trash, because you have been walking down, like, essentially adjacent, like, right up against the kind of chasm, like the cavern wall that spills down into this chasm, there seems to be a path that is cleared through this refuse, though it is partially spattered with more trash and discarded material. It appears that this path leading down further into the dark cuts through trash heaps here. And you can hear creatures slithering in the trash, insects. It's gross smelling. It's gross looking. What do you do?
I rolled really high on the Yugs question, right?
Yes.
Do I know if they're like creatures, say, that could be affected by charm?
What are the guidelines for being affected by charm?
It says targets one creature.
I mean, it is a creature.
Okay, perfect. Okay.
So Jaco looks around and he goes, I mean, do we just call out for it?
I mean, your guess is as good as mine.
Anasar's like, I do not want to talk to this thing. I'll stay back and get my bow ready. And you see him kind of pull out his crossbow.
Don't appear too threatening at first. We're just here to talk.
Puts it back up.
I guess I'll start just like, hello?
As you call out like this, you hear a bunch of kind of stirring among the nearby surroundings, bugs moving around, large, creepy, mysterious sounds off in the distance.
I'm here to ask some questions about a missing person. Can make it worth your while. I don't really know what you want, but yeah.
All this echoes back at you several times. You hear a stirring off in the distance to your right, deep into this refuse heap. And when I say refuse heap, I'm talking like junkyard size. Like, this is like massive. It's not like a little bit of trash. I'm talking, it's like, you know, you would have to climb it.
Mm-hmm.
So you hear some stirring off in the distance. May I approach the road?
Yeah.
And you hear it getting closer and closer more than you can see it as like some of the trash kind of spills down onto the road. It appears that this creature possibly, you're not sure why it asked to approach the road, but as it gets closer, it goes, "Are you working for the Underlord?"
Is that a good or a bad thing? Neutral?
Jaco goes, "It has to answer the Underlord."
Oh, yes, we're working for the Underlord.
Why do you seek the Lady of Filth?
We have a person that we know is dead, and we're looking for the body.
I have seen no bodies, but I am only one. And you hear it getting closer and closer, and this awful, awful stench begins to radiate through the air. I need you to make a fortitude save.
Oh, boy. Right. 20.
Jaco and Anasar both fail.
Oh, what happens to them?
And they are sickened one.
Oh.
As they start to and like start to like step back and start to head back up the ramp a little bit just to simply get away from the stench. What did you roll?
20.
20. That's just good enough. As you kind of like put your kind of finger to your nose and stop from gagging instinctually. Smells like trash mixed with bile, mixed with some sort of strange kind of stomach acids and slime. It just smells terrible. And you can see, as it gets closer, you can see this tentacle hovering out above the trash. You see, make a perception check, please.
Okay. 23.
You see some eyes at the end of that. And it says, well, actually first, make a diplomacy check.
19.
19. Do you have something to honor the Lady of Filth?
What is it she likes to be honored with?
You see it kind of, actually like the tentacle kind of sling back a little bit, almost thinking.
Oh, okay.
Almost thinking a little bit. It goes, something delicious.
I probably bought some like teas in the does she like tea?
Tea. What is tea?
I pull it out and kind of like present it to be like observed.
It does have a pungent smell to it. Make another diplomacy check here.
Okay.
You gonna rewrite fate?
Oh, I'm thinking about it. Yeah, I'll do it.
Okay.
Okay.
So as you kind of reach that, it's like a sachet essentially.
Uh-huh.
You reach it forward and you realize that probably wouldn't want a sachet of tea. So you kind of tear it apart a little bit, kind of spill it into your hand, and we'll say you got like a couple of them, and you kind of like put them all in a pile here.
Uh-huh.
It's like a pungent little mess of shapes and sizes here, and you offer it forward. Go ahead and re-roll that.
18.
That's with Mythic.
Oh shit, no it's not. Okay. 24.
So as you go forward to offer it, you just feel this instinctual, this isn't working, and you rework it, kind of the barter a little bit, the offer here, stretch it forward, and you see that the creature goes, like there's like almost like an inhale, a deep inhale of breath here. Smells nice. Throw it forward.
He said throw it forward.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I do that.
You kind of scatter it, and you see it kind of like step forward and begin to like wade into that filth and kind of like take these two extra tentacles that come out and begin to scoop it towards it. And you see this massive maw of fangs and sharp teeth, and it just deep, like this deep purple long tongue is begin to like lick up this trash and like just take a huge mouthful of trash basically. And this thing is massive, and it's almost eating this trash as though you just like seasoned it with this pungent tea. And it goes as it just begins to like swallow it, and it says, "The lady is pleased."
Happy to please.
You kind of bow a little bit. You kind of like turn. You see the goblin and Half Drow are still back there, like gagging. But they have backed up enough to where they're not in like the aura here of stench.
Did I feel like any, like I got like a kind of like a mental nudge? This isn't working with the first diplomacy thought.
Yes, and no. It's hard to tell. It felt like an instinctual sort of reaction to your offering and
Okay.
realizing just you're not sure if it's some sort of influence or if it's your own intuition.
Okay. Either way, I send up like a thanks God for this succeeding, you know?
Yeah. It goes, your offering has been accepted.
Do you know the Lord of Stench?
I'm not familiar. Actually, do I? Probably not. No, I don't. Whatever.
I have been jealous. He happened upon a yummy, warm body. It smelled delicious. I could smell it all the way over here.
Does he still have it?
I could smell him covering it in mucus.
Ah.
To preserve it. To make it last longer.
Right. Might I be able to see this body?
I am not the Lord of Stench. His lair lies further along the wall in the other direction.
And you see this eye stalk, kind of eye tentacle point off in the opposite direction.
Mm-hmm. Right. And if I did want to see this body, how might I ask to see it?
If he has not eaten it yet, you will have to make him an equal offering.
Ooh. Aye.
And you see this tentacle rear back, and you watch as the mouth kind of sticks out, and you realize how big this is as it leans back and just lets out this low shrieking moan that echoes across the chasm. And you have to imagine that people up in the city can hear this awful kind of like almost like sickening sound in a way. And it echoes before you hear one in response.
Oh boy.
From across the chasm. And the Lady of Filth returns the eye tentacle to you and says,
"It has been eaten."
Would you be maybe able to ask a description?
You see it just stare at you for a minute.
Offer me something else, and maybe I will.
Is there something else maybe I bought at the store? Okay.
No, I don't think you have much else available.
Okay, shit. Do I have any, like, provisions?
Yeah, sure.
Okay. Oh, God. Only I had prestidigitation prepared. What about, if I were to light this, heap here, make it cold or hot? Would you like that?
Losing interest.
And it begins to slither back into the heap.
Shit! Alright. God damn it! I turn to these guys I'm with. I'm like, do you guys have, like, lunch or something?
Jaco's like, no.
Shit! I purposely said I'd leave the bag of holding.
She as she's backing up, she goes,
"Go speak to the Lord."
And turns around and begins to burrow back into the trash. Did you say you rolled like a 30?
Mm-hmm.
Make another quick recall knowledge roll with occultism, please.
25.
You think you're starting to panic a little bit. You're like, oh, fuck. God, no. You recall, you haven't read about Ogdogs in a while. They're not something that you've spent a lot of time on.
Mm-hmm.
But you recall that creatures that eat the kind of material that Ogdogs eat, which is just literal trash, often have very slow digestive systems. If you're looking for Lemo Tork's body, even though it has been eaten, there is a chance it is still partially intact within the Lord of Stench.
God damn it.
As the stench is fading, so Jaco and Anasar come back down, and they go, "Did the Underlord ask us to bring the body back?"
Yes, she asked that. Do you think they would trade me, like, a different body from the morgue or something?
Who?
I don't know.
And so it's like, if the Underlord asked for the body, they're not gonna let us just swap it out.
Well, no, but the lady of filth said if we brought something equally delicious, it wouldn't be warm and fresh.
Maybe we could try to ask if we could get some. What do they have above ground? What animals are above ground? Cows? We could see if one of those could be brought in. But the one thing that stands out to you here with your recall knowledge check, if Lemo has already been eaten, you're not sure if the Lord of Stench can just puke it back up. Anasar's like, do you think he ate the body?
Yeah, that's what this lady of filth just said.
They're not supposed to do that.
They're not supposed to eat bodies?
No. The Underlord's supposed to have an agreement with the Yacht Yugs that they eat our trash and that they don't eat any people. Because people used to throw victims like this down here in the heap and the Yacht Yugs would just eat them and it would just be an easy disposal of bodies. So the Underlord has, as far as I can remember, has made an agreement with these Yacht Yugs not to eat these bodies.
Well, do you know what would happen if they didn't do the agreement?
Probably kill it. I don't know.
Ay. All right.
Jaco's like, are we going to have to go kill an Yacht Yug?
Maybe. Unless I'm going to get in trouble for B&E, which would be annoying.
Jaco's like, if you have to kill an Yacht Yug to get Lemo's body back, I think Lemo, the Underlord liked Lemo. It's like he was a friend of hers. I don't think that she's going to be mad if you kill this Yacht Yug.
All right. Let's kill an Yacht Yug. Hopefully you guys get a raise after this.
Jaco and Anasar look at each other. All right, lead the way.
All right, I'll do my best.
So you begin to follow the path out into the flat part of the cavern and begin to make your way up towards the echoing shriek from the Lord of Stench. You are enveloped in darkness and nastiness, grime, as you slowly make your way what really would be probably, I guess, west through the city, through this chasm. You walk and walk until you get to the point roughly where maybe if you called out to the Lord of Stench, possibly it would respond. Jaco and Anasar are clearly unhappy about this and clearly on the verge of panic.
Oh, I'm not happy about it either. Listen, I'll try to talk to it first.
Okay. They have torches still so that you have a little bit of light around you.
Right.
And you see that this heap is even larger than the last. The Lord of Stench here seems to rule possibly over a larger portion of trash and refuse than the Lady of Filth did. But as you stand here on the edge of these hills of garbage, what would you like to do?
Lord of Filth. Stench. Sorry. I'm new here. I would like to exchange some words with you, if you don't mind.
Jaco goes, say you're from the Underlord.
Oh, the Underlord sent me.
Make a diplomacy check with a +2.
30.
Oh, wow, okay. Almost instantly you hear as scurrying quickly through these hills of trash, the two guards begin to back away instinctually, knowing that a awful smell is coming. And 3 tentacles begin to poke out of the trash.
What do you bring for the Lord of Stench?
Well, we'll get to that after. So, I hear that you have found a body and have...
Who told you this?
No one. Just,
Was it the lady?
it's not important. It's not important how I found out. You and I both know this happened.
The tentacle is completely still, just looking at you.
And then I'm going to subtly cast. Oh, it's already subtle. Concealedly, whatever. Cast charm.
Okay.
On it.
What is that? Is that a save?
Yes, it's a will save.
A will save.
Yeah.
What is your save DC?
21.
Fail.
Thank God.
What does charm do, please?
All right. Is it failure or critical failure?
Failure.
Okay. So then it becomes friendly towards me.
Okay.
If it was already friendly, which I guess it was neutral, it becomes helpful. I can't currently use hostile actions against me.
Okay.
I was curious if so I've also heard that you've agreed with the Underlord to not be doing that. I was wondering if, you could just kind of give it back. Because I would hate to take this information back to her.
Just don't then.
Well, you know what's going to happen. You know what's going to happen.
The creature is dissolving in my stomach as we speak.
Right, but it's in the process. I need it. It's okay if it's a little damaged. I just need it back.
I cannot just return it. It is eaten.
You can't. Do you puke at all? You don't do that?
As you say that, you begin to wonder what could make a creature that eats trash and refuse vomit. You're not sure if this creature can vomit. It goes,
that would be debasing. To me, the Lord of Stench.
Well, what would be more debasing? That or getting reprimanded? If it would be that light, getting reprimanded by the Underlord. Or,
I am the Lord of Stench. I cannot be reprimanded.
All right, well, if it's a bit heavier than reprimandment, then... Also, what language are they talking to me in?
this is in common.
Okay, great.
It says,
You've no proof that I ate anything that I was not supposed to. You dare come to my heaps, my hills, and accuse me.
Come on, man.
you see, it's not hostile to you, but it is not really. Make a diplomacy check.
It is friendly towards me. Oh.
Is it a 1?
Yes, sir.
You see, with this one, it begins to, while it is still under the charm. How long does charm last, by the way?
An hour.
Okay. While it is still charmed, it is becoming more and more offended that you would dare come to its territory. Because as I've said, these creatures are territorial. You have come to it with no offering and demanding, accusing it of a crime that very well it could have committed, but accusing it of a crime nevertheless, and demanding that it debase itself to you. Seems to just be too much for this creature. It is just planted, just staring at you with this eye tentacle.
If you want something from me, you will have to come and get it.
I will. Do you really want that to happen?
It begins to slink back just a little bit.
I'm gonna cast, let's see if Tanglevine would even work. One creature. Alright, that'd be a hostile action, so. Listen, man, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it, man.
What?
I'm going to heavily reprimand you.
Just try.
Do you go ahead and attack?
Yes.
Sorry, what do you do?
God damn it. I'm just gonna take a.
Well, go ahead and first roll initiative for me.
All right. Damn it. Shit. 10.
Well, I guess we need to figure out if you going to make a hostile move triggers initiative. I want to say it does.
Let me see. It says if you use hostile actions against the target, the spell ends.
Okay, so we'll say that you get one first.
Okay, cool.
The guards rolled less than you.
Mm.
So you are up.
Okay. I'm going to cast Hydraulic Push.
All right. What's the range on that?
I believe it's 60 feet.
Okay, you're gonna just hit it then.
Okay, great. Yeah, okay, I'm gonna do that. So it's a AC, so I have to roll.
Okay.
Please. Okay, should be good. 22?
22, that hits.
Alright. I'm gonna have to roll 6d6.
Will you describe hydraulic push to me?
Yes. Basically, like, I do my little gestures with my wand and stuff, and then I, like, just thrust it forward in, like, a huge, like, blast of water, like, pressurized water. So it's probably like a... what do people clean their driveways with?
Like a pressure washer?
A pressure washer, just like a really forceful blast of water. Yeah, probably
All right.
sticks right into him.
Go ahead, and it probably washes off some of the stink. So go ahead and roll damage for me, please.
Okay. Is it a critical success or?
No.
Okay, so 3d6 then.
As you do this, you hear behind you Jaco going, ah! As suddenly combat's breaking out with this Odd-Young.
Okay, one more. Are we counting that?
No, you gotta re-roll that.
6 plus 6 plus 3, 15, and it's knocked back 5 feet. So 15 points of damage and knocked back 5 feet.
All right, so it slides back. You see like a hill of trash that it's in. It kind of like tumbles a little bit as it kind of gets pushed back into it, and you hear it roar, and you see its lips curl back, exposing these huge fangs, and again that long purple tongue as it goes ahead. And I'm gonna say now.
Huh? And with my last action, I'm going to cast Shield.
Okay, with your last action, you're going to cast Shield. Okay, as now we'll go ahead and enter actual initiative here.
Oh, God.
Here on the Wizard, because Autumn is one player, anytime she has allies in combat, she's going to get to control them. So, right here, I've got the NPC core, Autumn.
Okay.
And down there, you should see a stat block for Guard, which is a creature 1. So, good luck.
Okay.
Jaco and Anasar.
So wait, do I have 2 of them or 1?
You got 2.
Okay, great.
Guard. And for this, I'm not going to make a big battle map. We're just going to go for it, okay?
Yeah.
All right, so with this, it goes ahead, the Lord of Stench, losing its charm effect, realizes this affront. You have just attacked it on its territory. You have brought no offering. You have dared to accuse it, and now you attack it. It shrieks, roars, and stomps towards you, taking a stride, moving 20 feet towards you. It's now about like 40, 45 feet away, and goes ahead, and it's going to have to do yet another stride, moving another 20 feet closer to you. As it just, you see, before this whole time, it's been kind of submerged in trash. Now it's like actively like trotting it and kind of pushing past it and through it. You see its 3 legs slamming down and thumping into the ground as it rushes towards you. It's now within about 25 feet. It's going to have to take another one. It's going to have to take another one. But as it does, I need you, I need Jaco, and I need Anasar to all roll fortitude saves.
Shit. Natural 20.
On you?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, right. And then the other guys. Guard, man. Oh, this poor fucking guy.
We'll say that your first rolls are for Jaco and the second ones are for Anasar.
Do I only get 1 roll for them?
No, you're rolling separately for them.
Okay, so 1 rolled a 10.
Okay.
1 rolled a 21.
21. Okay. Anasar saved because he was the second roll.
Yeah.
Jaco was 10 or more lower, so it is a critical fail from Jaco as he is now sickened 1 and slowed 1.
Oh, wow.
You and Anasar are fine. And you are... Oh, I'm sorry. You were immune for an hour because you succeeded on the Lady of Filth. You're coming up on an hour from walking over here, but you're still immune, so you didn't even need to roll. So my apologies on that.
fine.
Anasar is okay.
Okay.
But regardless, while you're within this stench aura, you take a -2 penalty to saves against diseases.
Okay.
You are now up again.
Okay. Okay, I'm up again.
It's only 5 feet away from you.
Do these guys need to do anything?
They are after you.
Okay.
We said that we said you
Right.
triggered combat because it was charmed, and then initiative was entered.
Right. Well, I'm gonna do a second level because I want to get done with this shit.
A second what?
Oh, fuck. Shit! I can't cast first level spells. I can't upcast them at second level, can I?
Unless you prepare them at second rank.
Curse you! I'm gonna cast Fireball.
Okay. And you want to position it back behind it?
Yeah, I want to position it to where he gets hit and I don't.
Yeah, right. So you do it off to the side, and it makes a reflex save.
Yes.
That's a 13, so it fails.
Yeah.
As you take your wand, go ahead.
My DC is 21, so it's 10 less.
No,
What?
it was 13. I rolled a 13.
Oh, sorry. I can't. I
Fine.
can't math as well as Aribhin can. Okay, 66. So, do we have the damage? Do I roll it and then have it, or do I roll 3d6? I have it, right?
It failed.
Oh, duh. So 66 then.
Yeah.
All right.
And describe this spell from how does Arivin cast Fireball here?
Ooh. Ooh. So Arivin is a School of the Boundary wizard. So he's like learned on the other planes, and he casts his spells via like the other plane, his connection with it. And he chose this school because he's got a mysterious god parent that probably is on another plane. So yeah, maybe he points at a spot that he wants it to originate from, and then like a tiny little portal hole opens up, and then like a little fireball bead pops up out of it, and then poof.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
So basically, like summons a fireball.
Yeah.
All right, cool.
Tiny fireball that just like poof. Okay.
So it just explodes, and as this happened, your eyes kind of hurt a little bit as it suddenly adjusts to this massive explosion of bright light and like heat that just waves towards you. You see, it catches some of the refuse on fire as well. As it just go ahead and roll damage there.
It smells like hot garbage now.
Literally.
All right, so that's. Let me do a little bit of math here. 24 points of damage.
24. Wow.
Yeah.
So it just explodes and it just lets out another shriek and like moaning shriek. You can see in the brighter light, this creature is just like covered in slime and grease and nastiness. It's like literally got like trash hanging off of it. It's not just wading through it. It's got trash like on top of it and like dripping off of the sides of it.
And then I'll just sustain shield.
Okay. Go ahead and sustain that.
He's like, fuck, I want to get this over with.
All right, the guards. What are Jaco and Anasar doing? Jaco's screaming, but what are they doing?
Is it their turns?
Yeah, it is.
Okay. Jaco is screaming. I'll have the not affected one go first.
Okay.
He will. How close is this creature?
It's 5 feet away from you. From him, about maybe 15, 20 feet.
Ooh, and they get 2 actions?
They get 3.
3? Oh, great.
But Jaco has sickened 1 and slowed 1.
Yeah, right. So Anasar is going to fire his crossbow. Right, he rolled a 25.
25, that does hit.
So he's going to do 1d8 piercing damage. God damn it. He rolled a 2.
Okay.
And then he's going to run up to...
Use an action to stride.
Yes,
Okay.
he's going to use an action to stride. And then he's going to sap, which I don't know what that means.
A sap is a type
It's a
of
weapon.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, cool. Well, he's going to use his sap to attack.
Okay.
He's going to have a -4. All right. Oh, shit.
A sap is looks like a wooden rod of some kind.
With the -4, he still rolled an 18.
That does not hit.
Oh, shit!
As he whacks with it, You see one of the barbed tentacles come down and just like wrap around, or just like kind of basically like wrap around and stick the staff right in the air.
Okay. This is all for me to get off for breaking and entering.
You're gonna kill some guards to get off of a minor crime. All right, so Jaco's up.
Okay. Okay, so he's lost in action, right? Because
slowed.
Slowed.
Yes, and he is sickened, which makes him take a penalty to all checks and DCs.
All right, I'm gonna have him fire his crossbow. 15.
He's like, as he tries to fire it, it just slides off. It doesn't even get near it; just shoots off into the trash heap. That's one action. He's got one more because he's slowed.
I'm going to have him try to become unsick. I'm going to have him retch.
Okay, is that a thing you can do?
Yes.
Okay, cool.
Single action. Attempt a fortitude save against the DC of the effect.
Okay, great.
Nope. Well, I guess he has bonuses. 14?
No, it does not save. Jaco's like,
rats!
Which is ironic because it's the goblin. All right, that brings us to
the Lord of Stench.
Who is going to, right in front of you, reach out its massive jaws to try to get you. That is a 28 to hit you. What is your AC?
My AC... It's going to hit. Yeah, it's going to hit.
But does it critically hit is my question.
28. My armor class is 20.
So no.
Yeah.
All right. It's going to go ahead. Damn. You take 10 points of piercing damage.
Okay.
And you gain filth fever.
Ooh.
Well, I guess make another fortitude save.
Okay. 19. Fuck!
Failure. You now get filth fever. It's a disease.
That's so fitting.
Oh, right. And you had a -2 penalty to saves against diseases anyway because you're in the stench aura.
Oh, good.
So now as it bites into you, can feel your body feel the disease-ridden filth that this thing lives in, just seeping into your bloodstream, into your body as it bites you, and its long purple tongue just kind of licks across your body, just tasting you a little bit. Then it is going to toss you back out of its mouth. Essentially, he's going to bite you, let go, and then come down with one of his tentacles.
Okay.
That's a 19 to hit?
No.
No. Oh, I'm sorry. It's a 20.
20 to hit?
Yeah.
Wait. Since I did not raise my shield, I now raise my shield, which gives me a +1 to AC.
Okay, so you have the shield and you raise it with a reaction, and the tentacle comes down and clang, just goes right off of it, slides right off of it. Is your shield kind of purple glowy looking?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Opalescent, actually. It's
Opalescent?
iridescent. Okay. Yeah.
Cool.
See through a bit.
And it's going to take its third action and goes,
"You will make my next delicious meal."
As it takes its tentacle and smashes down again with only an 18 to hit. All right, you're up.
I could have just raised it at the beginning of my turn, the first hit, and then it would have just taken some damage for me. No, I did a good job. And you said I have what fever?
Filth fever.
Filth fever. Ooh, so fitting. It's my turn now? What does filth fever do?
Right now, nothing.
Right now, nothing. Oh my god.
Let me see.
I'm gonna do another hydraulic push.
Okay. It's right in front of you. This thing is looming over you. It's right in front of this massive trash creature. You just raise up your wand and try to shoot it once again.
Yeah.
Make a spell attack roll, please.
Okay. Shit!
Miss. You got one more action.
Can I try to recall knowledge and see if this thing might be weak to anything?
Yeah, sure. Go ahead and make an occultism check, please.
It's a 1.
Sorry.
I'm gonna have Anasar go first again.
Okay.
Use his sap.
Yeah.
Fuck. Natural 1. God. Sap again. 15.
He can try to demoralize.
True.
I can have him try to. I can have him try to yell something to demoralize him if you'd like.
Okay, let's try that.
All right. He just goes. He goes, Lord of Stench, you're fucking disgusting. He goes, you may live well down here. Anywhere else, though, you are a wretched, disgusting creature. You are hated. Everyone hates you. You go ahead and roll an intimidation check. This is a sudden random outburst from Anasar. He's been mostly a pretty chill person so far.
He rolled a 6.
All right.
On to Jaco. He's going to reload with 1 action.
Okay.
And he's going to fire.
Okay.
God. Oh!
Just all misses. All right. So it is now the Lord of Stench once again, who's going to reposition himself and take both of its tentacles and slam down on you and Anasar. We'll go you first, Anasar second.
Okay.
That is a 32 to hit you. Okay.
I have a 20.
All right, 33. So critical hit. Take 14 bludgeoning damage, and you are grabbed. As the tentacle wraps around you and its barbs pierce into your skin, and grab you. The other one slams down at Anasar. What's the guard's AC?
16.
Okay, it just hits, actually. He takes 8 bludgeoning, and he is also grabbed. And then it is going to... I need you to make a basic fortitude save for me real quick with its last action.
I have a -2 penalty right now also?
So fortitude saves? No.
Okay.
No, that's just 2 diseases.
Oh. So it's a 16.
All right, it fails. You take 11 points of bludgeoning damage as it takes its tentacle and just crushes you. It is now your turn.
Okay, great. So I'm grabbed?
You're grabbed and you are held aloft in the air right now. You are floating above the ground, grasped in its tentacle.
Which means I'm also off guard and immobilized, which, what does that mean?
Basically, I think all immobilized means you can't move in terms of like walking and running and stuff.
I'm gonna cast Fireball again.
Okay. All right. It does succeed.
21, I guess halved.
Okay. That's 2 actions from you.
Yep. And now he's getting fucking angry.
Aribhin.
Yeah, he's like, I'm real fucking sick of this. And he's gonna take a healing potion.
Okay.
Got 11.
All right, that brings us to the guards.
Okay. He's also not doing great. All right, he's going to try to sap. 22.
Anasar's like, as he's being pulled through the air with you, and he just takes a sap and cracks down on the Lord of Stench's skull right as he passes by. How much damage does he do?
9.
Hey, okay.
How was this guy looking?
He's looking pretty tough. He's looking pretty rough, I mean.
Okay.
He's starting to wobble a little bit and starting to get... Right now, the tentacles are kind of flailing around because he's in so much pain. He's been burned up twice. He's been hit by a hydraulic push, which you can see actually took away a lot of the filth and refuse that's across him, which he seems to hate. And then, yeah, with this sap strike, he's looking pretty tough, pretty rough.
All right, he's going to hit again.
Okay.
Oh, I thought it was a 2 from the side. It was a 19.
Okay.
Minus... 7. So it's like 22 to hit.
Then yeah, that's the same thing.
Oh, thank you, guy. Oh, he rolled another 6. Oh, he rolled 9 points of damage. And then his last action, he's gonna try to break free.
It doesn't matter because with that last 9, you watch Anasar has been trying to hit the Lord of Stench over and over again, missing. And then Aribhin, you're getting mad both because you're getting hurt so much, but also because you're the only one doing any damage to this thing the whole time as these guards are just flailing around, screaming and hollering. They are not at all used to fighting something like this. At the very most, they're used to like getting in minor scuffles in the city streets of Lolithir. Miraculous that neither of them died fighting the Lord of Stench here as he takes his sap, but just whack. And as the second one comes down, you watch as the Lord of Stench kind of wobbles and he goes, you dare. Just crashes down his butt. Both of you, both the tentacles holding you, collapse to the ground and you spill tumbling out of its grasp. And you see Jaco is just back there like, he's still trying to shoot, and he points again and just shoots, thinking he has no clue what's going on, and just shoots, and it just goes wild once again off into the trash. As you and Anasar both lay on the ground, you like panicked.
No, I'm like stumbling through like a victory dance. I'm like kicking this body. I grab fucking what's his name again? Anasar. I kiss him. I tell him he's done such a great job, and then I go back to kicking the body.
Jaco like finally, we'll say, recovers from his sickness, and as you kick, you're starting to feel better.
I've been down. I start gutting.
Okay, I was gonna say the unpleasant task of gutting this creature starts to seep into your mind.
I take the dagger that I got from Ulanmir, who was flesh warped and horribly tortured and shit in Crossroad, and I use his dagger and I gut open this fucking. I'm the Lord of Stench. And
so, go ahead and we'll say make an athletics check. And you can call over Anasar and Jaco for help.
Okay.
Jaco's like still puking. He's got like puke smeared across his little goblin face.
His little goblin face. I'm like, oh, I really hope this is a Lemo. Athletics check. Athletics? 5.
To cut through this thing? Yeah, I'm pretty sure. 5. Okay. So you just, in your like amped up state, the dagger, you slide the dagger into its belly, and this thing is huge. And by the way, still reeks. Like at this point, you're covering your nose. Yeah. This stuff is just so awful. And the dagger slides in, but you're like, it's got a pretty thick hide to it. And we'll say that Anasar and Jaco come and start to help you. What is their athletics?
I think it was like a +7.
Well, you want to have them try to cut it open then?
Yeah.
You give up. You throw your hands up. You're like, you do it.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'll go ahead and roll.
Okay. Thank you.
With some help. Yeah. They begin to carve through this thing. It takes them a while, and it's stinky around here, and it's like you're in the stench for a while. But after a while, with Jaco and Anasar helping, they carve open this thing's belly but they do have to kind of like push it over a little bit. Like just to be able to get at its belly, you're sort of cutting in and around its like rib area rather than its actual stomach.
Yeah.
Trying desperately to get in there, but after a while, they manage to get it shoved over, and eventually, there's just like a kind of sound as the stomach is pierced, and this goo and slime and bile and strange colored stomach acids and begin to spill out onto the ground in front of you. It becomes even more gross in this area.
I have a little puke.
All right, you have a quick little puke and rally over here in the pile of trash as you see all kinds of trash spilling out. You're gonna have to get down in there and start pulling.
Oh, damn. Can I see like a body in there?
You're gonna have to get down there and look, is what I'm saying. You're gonna have to like pull open the skin and like look down in there.
God. This is gonna really make me wisen up. All right, I'll do it. I just gotta start doing it.
All right, so you get down in there and you start to pull it open. You again, even with your nose stuffed at this point, it's getting to the point where you're feeling sick, not from the stench anymore, but from everything, just from looking at it and like pulling open this nasty like greenish flesh and pulling it open. You have to like take your hand and feel around in there. After a moment, you feel an arm.
Yeah, yikes.
And I'm talking, you're getting up to your shoulder or beyond to even reach up there and find this.
Yeah. I guess I'd pull.
Pull. Make another athletics check for me, please.
All right. 19. Wait. Athletics 14.
14. You're going to pull it, slowly slides out, and you have to like get your legs against it, pull, and you eventually need to still call in Anasar and Jaco are still over here helping come over and pull. And you eventually see sliding out, partially dissolved, like it mostly like most of the hobgoblin skin has melted away, and now it just leaves like tissue below and bone pulling out as, sure enough, the form of Lemo Tork spills out onto the cavern floor, kind of mixed with trash, and you can see bits and pieces of his clothes. They look to be like somewhat nice robes are still there and haven't been quite dissolved yet. You realize that it is a miracle that this thing digests so slowly, because if it didn't, the Lemo Tork would be long gone.
Yeah.
At his side, partially dissolved, mostly dissolved, you see a coin purse.
Oh? Take a little look in there.
Okay. This is not his normal coin purse. You see there is another coin purse at his belt. And as you kind of pull it out and look at it, you kind of like step away to look at it as they're still pulling his body completely out. And you hear Jacob mutter, "This is the worst day. This is the worst day ever." And you begin to look through this coin. Lots of it. You see upwards of 150 gold pieces here. In total, maybe even more. As you look through, make a quick lore check for me. Because you are trained in all the lores, so I'm just going to say a lore check.
14.
14. Some of these have markings on them that there's a general kind of standard minting of coins where most gold coins are the same size, most silver. There's some markings here on these coins that are a little foreign to you. You're not quite sure what they are. That's as far as you get with that. You also see around his neck, again, mostly dissolved neck, is some sort of pendant. It's a kind of hollow pendant shaped in the form of like it's like an eye. It's like an open eye, but it's just like basically an unblinking eye, and it has some sort of occult text on the inside.
It's not like Sackbrothian or anything, or Chthonian.
No, it's not. It's just some sort of like maybe ritualistic occult text on the inside. If you want to make an identify check, you can, while they're kind of pulling this body out and recovering.
Like magically, you mean?
Yeah.
I do have quick identify, which will allow me to do that in 1 minute.
Oh, okay, cool.
Well, I guess, can I detect magic on this?
Yeah, it is magical.
Okay, cool. Well, if I could read aura, I could, which I can, but I'd have to prepare that. I'll just go ahead and quick identify.
Let's make an occultism check.
Okay. Occultism check. Okay. 16.
16. After taking a moment with it, it's not too hard. It's not super high level item. This is a pendant of the occult. And really what it does is, it seems like something that he just wears to, it gives you essentially a bonus to occultism checks. And also, you can cast the guidance cantrip as an occult innate spell.
Ooh, yoink. Mine.
Okay. They both see you take that. And they're like, you're going to turn that in?
It's I just glare at them.
You see Anasar and Jaco kind of look at each other. You go, can we have some of that gold?
Yeah, of course.
All right, awesome.
And then I reserve some of the weird gold, because there's like normal gold in there, right?
It's mostly foreign coins.
Oh, okay.
But you'll have plenty more to look at if you give them some. Like even if you give them some, almost all of what you'll still have is still that foreign coin.
Okay. I guess, do they still want the foreign coin?
Yeah, they look at it. I mean, it's still gold pieces. It's still normal sized gold pieces. All I'm trying to say is that the actual faces on the coin you don't recognize. As if they're minted somewhere else, essentially.
Oh, okay.
Jaco's like, you don't even have to give us all that much. I mean, like just a little bit.
I'll give you enough to where they won't suspect any is missing. And then I'll try to convince them to give us more. So.
Okay. So you share out a little bit of the gold. Anasar's like, I'm guessing you want us to haul that body back up. At your silence, he's just like, and he goes and listens. He's like, Jaco, get the other part.
I'll give them more of the gold. I'm just going to divvy it up. I'm going to divvy it up most 3 ways, and then I'm going to fill his Lemo's regular coin pouch with the weird stuff.
Okay.
And act like that was the coin pouch that was on him.
Okay. Yeah, they at getting a third of this gold, they are blown away. As for a city guard getting like, as you divvy it up, this is over 200 gold pieces in here, and they're getting about like 70 each or something.
I mean, it was hard work.
Yeah, and so they're like, oh my God. Jaco's like, I'm gonna quit. I'm done with this. This was the last day. This was terrible. I quit.
Okay.
And Anasor's like, wait, you can't even buy a house for that. What are you talking about? And Jaco's like, I don't need a house.
That's true. Houses are boring.
So anyway, you make your way up to Anasar actually leads you to another ramp that leads you back up to the city. Now you're on like back towards the side that the late light's on a little bit.
Okay.
But at one final note, as you head back up, you do hear a few Otyug shrieks and moans around. You can't understand them because they're so bestial, the sounds. But they are sort of announcing and communicating of the Lord of Stench's death over there.
I was like, that's right. I'm your new Lord of Stench. You fuck off. Don't come near me. I'm just shouting
as you're limping along.
Yeah.
You are still diseased.
Great.
Actually, it's kind of kicking in at this point a little bit. You are sickened 1.
Okay.
So something is going to need to be happening, and something's going to need to happen for you to be cured of this disease.
Okay. You can't just puke.
No, it's not that simple.
Okay.
It's an actual disease you have. So you head back up, and some guards see you as you're entering back into the flat. Kind of like see just these 2 random marble guards and some guy and a bover walk out hauling some hobgoblin body out of the dark. Just look over and go, where the hell have you all been? And you see Jaco goes, don't ask, just give us a wagon. So a wagon's brought over, they throw in Lemo Tork's body, and you all sat back off for the Undercastle. And we'll pick up there later.